Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through some beginner tips for new players in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. With Christmas just gone, that means there's going to be a lot of new players who just got the game for Christmas. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. These tips will be ranging from beginner tips all the way to more tips for advanced players. So if you need any help, then leave it in the comments below any questions and I'll see if I can answer all questions down there as well. Let me know what Pokemon you started with, if it's Fuecoco, Sprigatito or Quaxley, and let's just get straight into the clips. Number one is very simple, it's just the settings. When it comes to settings, of course, put it in a way that you find you'll have the best experience with the game, but here are mine personally. I put text speed on fast because obviously I want to get through the game as quick as possible, and when it comes to text speed itself, you don't want it to be a little bit of a drag, and you want to kind of just read the text as quick as possible and get on with the game. Next we've got skip move limit, and I've turned that off because when you play through the game and you level up your Pokemon, then it won't give you the option to actually change the moves that you've got. You've got to go into the Pokemon summary and do it through there as shown on screen right now. I've turned this off because it gives you the option then to actually have this. It's probably quite good to have on if you're leveling Pokemon up for the Pokedex, but for a generic playthrough, I would turn this off personally. And the third and final most important one would be autosave. I've turned this off personally because I do like to shiny hunt. So for example, if I've got a shiny Psyduck and I've missed the shiny Psyduck and it autosaves, I've lost a shiny Psyduck properly. But if I have autosave off, I can just go back to my last save and carry on. It's quite simple, and autosave is one that is down to your preference especially. Next, we have attack from behind to gain an advantage. Very similar to Legends Arceus, you can attack Pokemon from behind to stun them, and you can get an advantage then when you're battling or trying to catch them. I'm not sure if it gives you a better catch rate, but when you are battling a Pokemon, and say now if you miss your first move, then they won't have a next move because they are too stunned to battle, and you get that one move extra turn, and basically gives you very good starting point and advantage, and quite just a good chance of catching or defeating the Pokemon you are coming up against. This is done very simply by sneaking up behind a Pokemon in the open area and just simply engaging in the battle by throwing your Pokeball when it's not looking at you, and it'll do a special sort of animation which will then say that you have stunned the Pokemon, or in the sense of you have encountered this Pokemon and you will know it is stunned. As you can imagine, this is very good for trying to level Pokemon up or trying to catch Pokemon with taking the least amount of damage possible, because obviously if they've got one move less than you, then you've got one move to take advantage of and you take the least damage, or you catch them straight away. Next we have make sure to use the Let's Go feature. There are two parts to the Let's Go feature, the part being Let's Go itself, and you also have Auto Battle. The Let's Go feature is very handy because you'll run around the generic area and pick up just generic items. These can be quite rare items and quite dull items, from berries even to evolutionary stones. The Auto Battle feature is also very easy to understand. You quite literally just send your Pokemon off in the direction of a Pokemon and it will battle it without the interface popping up and you having to control it. And once it's defeated that Pokemon, it'll move on to the next, and then to the next and to the next, until eventually it's run out of health or it's run out of Pokemon in the area for it to be up. Once it's defeated the Pokemon, it will gain EXP and it'll share it throughout the whole cross of the team, but to kind of stop this feature from being massively overpowered, they have nullified the EXP taken, so it can balance it out. This is a great way for new players to gain EXP, and it can level up a team very quickly, especially if you fight specific Pokemon like evolutionary Pokemon who will give you more EXP. The best part about this feature is if you come across a shiny Pokemon and you don't realize, it won't kill the shiny Pokemon, it'll just shake his head and you can move on and catch that Pokemon. Next we have Terror Raids. Another great way for players to gain EXP is using Terror Raids, but the difference is once you finish the battle, it won't give you EXP, especially if you lose. These will give you candies ranging from extra small to small, medium, large and extra large candies. Obviously the harder raids giving you the better candies. Once you start off the game, you'll be given 1 or 2 star raids, and this goes up to 7 star raids, but typically 7 star raids are in special events. For example, the Charizard just gone and Cinderace coming up. Like I said, these raids are fantastic to gain EXP, but they can be very time consuming, especially if you just miss out on defeating the Pokemon at the end. You can spend about 10 minutes just trying to defeat this one Pokemon. If you lose it, you wasted 10 minutes, plus you won't get any items as well. When it comes in game, when you're in an early game, I use the Let's Go feature a lot more, and when you're leveling up later on in the game, I use the Terror Raids a lot more because they give you more lump sum EXP, and it is easy to defeat the Pokemon as well. The more stars that are in the raid, then the more challenging the raid will be, with the Pokemon being a higher base level and also having more obstacles to overtake, like nullifying the opponent's status and also putting up a shield, which will also make it a hell of a lot more defensive. Not only do you get EXP candy, but you also get other items including nuggets, which will be sold for high prices in Pokemarts, which can be used to get awakening potions and super potions and Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, generic Pokemon stuff, even ingredients in specific stores to help with egg power and other powers that include with sandwiches. Moving on to sandwiches, and more specifically the picnic feature. This feature is very important in this game because the friendship mechanic is still in the game and can help you when you're in battling, when if you have a high friendship and you take a lot of damage, he might survive on 1 HP. And the picnic is a fantastic way to gain friendship by giving your Pokemon a shower or bath, feeding them specific foods which will also bump up friendship, and other generic stuff like playing with them, and all this combined will give you the best chance when battling. Another good thing about picnics is you do get Pokemon eggs through them, so this can help you with Masuda method or egg training. Very simple with Masuda method or any sort of egg hatching you need, just put the 2 Pokemon in your party, remove your legendary Pokemon, and just wait. We do recommend that you do use sandwiches with egg power because then you get a lot more eggs a lot quicker, and obviously if you're trying to get a shiny Pokemon, that shiny Pokemon will come out a little bit quicker as well. Finally, we have used Terra types. The new mechanic for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Terra types are a way to change your Pokemon's typing. For example, my Gallade is a Fire Terra type, so when I'm in the battle I can change its typing to Terra type Fire, and it will basically have only a Fire type and also be given a Fire type move. If you can match this up with your weaknesses to their strengths, then it can be very strong. For example, if you have a Fire type which has a Terra type of Grass, then obviously you'll be able to pivot the Pokemon into bringing out a Water type, and then you can change your Terra type to Grass and then one hit KO it if you're a good level, or defeat the Pokemon a lot easier because you'll have that advantage over it. I cannot stress how much Terra types saved me throughout the gameplay in the Path of Legends Victory Road and Starfall Street. It really helped out with all the bosses because I can just put up a Pokemon with a Terra type which might be strong or not weak to it, and it really helps out and it can win you a lot of vital battles. To catch these Pokemon, you can actually go into Terra raids like prior, or you can just look around the map and these Pokemon will have an orange glow around them, and when you battle them, it'll instantly go into a Terra battle. They'll Terra type into whatever Terra type they are, but any Pokemon will have a Terra type, typically having a set Terra type. For example, if you have a Wooper, it can either be a Poison or Water, or if you wanted to get a different one, you would have to go into a Terra raid or one of these specific battles. And that's the end of the video. So if you did enjoy it, once again, please make sure to like and subscribe. And did these tips help out? And if you got more questions, leave it in the comments below and I'll try and answer as many as I can to the best knowledge as I can. Thank you guys for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.